mind the Film Twit, coming to you live and direct from the depths of the Twit Cave with more Marvel heroes on this Marvel morning. Let's get started.
Between your mouth and those swords, I'm starting to think you ain't all that lady.
Now, when we last left off, Psylocke was traipsing through the raft. We finished that up, which leads us to, actually to Madripoor. Apparently I had already done some storyline content with Psylocke, and they're taking me directly to Madripoor, which is nice. I'm sick of doing the same missions over and over again. Let me just deal with my inventory here.
I stand ready to assist your selection.
No. Okay, and we're going to do things a little differently today. Is there a sort button? There ought to be a sort button. Oh well. I'm actually going to try and talk while I'm doing this, and I make no promises because I find multitasking a little difficult, but we're going to give it a shot. So, seeing as it's Wednesday,
you are not the only one hiding a monster, Logan.
What else should we talk about than new comics? Buccaneer Beach.
This is my evolution.
Shut up, Archangel. Okay, and here we are. Hydra invasion of the base, yada yada yada. Unfortunately, the LZ is too hot. Yes, ma'am. Alright, go beat up some bad guys. Now, I am an avid comic book fan, as I'm sure some of you are aware. Every Wednesday, I do pick up a pretty extensive pull list. Today is no exception. In fact, today's pull list is actually bigger than most weeks. I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 titles, which some would think is a little extreme, and I would tend to agree. But I'm going to go down the list and give you some thoughts and what's been going on. I'm going to stay away from any spoilers as much as I can. I won't be talking. I haven't actually read any of the comics this week, so I won't be talking about this week's plot points. If I talk about any plot points at all, it's going to be from at least a week ago. So, starting out in alphabetical order with a DC title, Aquaman. That's written by Dan Abnett and with art by Philips Briones. I probably butchered that. I don't speak French. Philippe. But whatever. Solid title. I'm a big fan of Dan Abnett's writing. I've been a fan of his for a long time now. Ever since he was working on Warhammer 40k stuff. He wrote some pretty amazing 40k novels. Specifically the Eisenhorn and Ravener series. The Aquaman title itself is pretty good. They're doing this event right now where they're fighting a new Aquaman villain called Dead Water. And
ready for the next challenge. Precisely what I need.
We've been trying to figure out who Dead Water is and why Dead Water is and all that good stuff. Ooh, +3 fighting. Holy crap. Yes, please. So I do have my signature. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the bow, because the bow is lame. We're going to bring in the ethereal butterflies. We're going to check this out. Oh, that's neat. It auto-fires. Oh, that's not so neat. I've auto-fired it at the wrong moment. And now I gotta wait another 15 seconds. Let's see. Next on the list is Batwoman, with art by Steve Epting and the story by Marguerite Bennett. A lot of French names this week. At least that one I'm pretty confident I got right. I'm a big fan of the character of Batwoman in general. I think she's been poorly used by DC. I never read the most recent Detective Comics series where she was on a team with Batman and Clayface and what have you. So that could have been very good. But just in general, I feel like DC has been sort of dropping the ball on what could be a very cool, very iconic character. This book seems to gather great artists, just regardless of what the story is, and this new iteration is no exception. The art is some kind of wonderful. Seems like we're going to be getting more into Kate Kane's past, which is pretty interesting in and of itself. Let's see, next up is Doctor Strange, with art by Chris Bacalo and story by Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron, one of my favorite writers. He's done some amazing things for Marvel in the past, and Doctor Strange is no exception. They've done a really good job of making his power level a lot more manageable lately. There was this big storyline called The Death of Magic, and in the wake of it, Doctor Strange's abilities have been pretty heavily hindered. Magic is basically all but gone from the world of the Marvel Universe. So seeing him deal with that and trying to squeeze out as much magic as he can, basically squeeze the blood from the stone, over the course of the series has been really interesting. Thanks, Cyclops. I didn't need your help. Oh, they gave Beast a visual upgrade. More in line with his playable character now. That's cool. Alright. Next up, after Doctor Strange, is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Was that expensive?
Now, anyone who knows me knows that I am a huge fan of the Japanese Super Sentai. I don't watch Power Rangers itself, but I watch the Japanese series that it's based on, as well as another Japanese series that's in the same vein called Kamen Rider. This series is good. Like, I know there's a question mark on that, but I just got back into it. I read when it first came out, read the first 4 or 5 issues and decided to drop it. And then more recently, I picked it back up when there was a sale on Comixology. I do all my comics digitally. It's more convenient for me. I have a local comic book shop, but with the hours that I work, it's not really feasible for me to get there. I suppose I could and I should, but then I would have to wait until after work to read my comics, and that's just not acceptable.
My edge just got sharper.
But anyway, back to the comic. They're doing some really weird alternate history, like, what-if stuff in the Power Rangers comic right now, which is really interesting. Dealing with an alternate universe where Rita won with the help of the Green Ranger. For those of you who don't know Power Rangers, the Green Power Ranger was one of the bad guys, serving the main villain Rita Repulsa, and then turned into a good guy. Well, in this alternate universe, he never turned into a good guy. Art on Power Rangers is done by Henry Prasetya, and the writing is done by Kyle Higgins. A good team. The art is serviceable, but it's not the best in the world. Kind of to be expected with the... it's kind of how Boom Comics goes. Like, it's not bad art. It's far from bad art. But it's not... It's just not the greatest. Next up on the list, Ms. Marvel by G. Willow Wilson and Takeshi Migawa. This is a series I've been a fan of since it first came out. I adore G. Willow Wilson's work. I think she is one of the best writers Marvel has going for them right now. And they're doing a really interesting storyline in there with a living computer virus. And how that is affecting Kamala Khan and her friends and allies and all that.
You will soon understand.
They must have nerfed the difficulty on this game, because I shouldn't be having this easy of a time. I shouldn't be able to concentrate so fully on talking to you guys and not on the game. I mean, I'm just kind of playing on fire and forget right now. Alright, next up after Ms. Marvel is Nightwing. Another DC title. As you can tell, I'm... Ironic that I'm saying this on Marvel Heroes, but I'm really more of a DC guy at the moment. Not because I think DC comics are better, I'm just reading more DC comics at the moment. I'm doing my best to stay away from this abomination that is Secret Empire, which is going to be really, really difficult come the next couple months. Ooh, Australian Outback Cloak. Nice. Ta-da. Almost got a full set. Just need a set of boots. Alright, let's see. You've already got one. Which one's better? Bruce, strike chance, yada yada, yada yada. Alright, the one that I've got equipped is better. Yes, I will take all the health forever. Alright, as I was saying, Nightwing. Art by Javi Fernandez and story by Tim Seeley. They have really come a long way in making Nightwing a more adult character lately. He's dealing with relationship troubles and possible start of a family. It's interesting, but I feel like they're losing a bit of the superhero side of things. I don't know. They did this storyline where he went back to Bloodhaven, which is the sister city of Gotham, where Nightwing tends to be the hero of when he's not in Gotham. And that's been interesting, but making Nightwing so domestic has started to put a hamper on my my enjoyment of the series. Time will tell if that is going to continue or if it's going to hit the heights again or whatnot. Next up, Super Sons, art by Jorge Jimenez and story by Peter J. Tomasi. This one I am not sold on. It's not bad, but it's kind of boring. Like, there's there's no natural chemistry between Damian Wayne, the son of Batman, and John Kent, the son of Superman. They just sort of hate each other. It gets old. We're only a couple issues in. I usually like to give series at least 4 or 5 issues to find their footing. But I don't know if I'm going to be going much further than those 4 or 5 issues with Super Sons. I guess only time will tell. After Super Sons is Superman. That is art by Doug Mahnke. I'm probably butchering that. And story by Peter J. Tomasi. Superman is a good book right now. It's in a good place. They just did this big Superman Reborn event, which
So many tricks. So
brought back some classic elements of the character. He's back as Clark Kent again. He's, his relationship with Lois is not... Well, Clark's relationship with Lois is public. Obviously, people still don't know Superman as Clark Kent again after that reveal. It seems like DC just wanted to hit a big old reset button on everything that they've done since halfway through the New 52, which I'm fine with. After that, Superwoman, art by Steven Segovia and a story by Kate Perkins. Superwoman is an odd book right now. I really thought it was ending. I was pretty sure the way that they were writing it, the way that things were happening, that we were going to see a complete and total end of Superwoman like 2 months ago, and it didn't happen. So we are in uncharted territory at the moment. We're just going to have to see where they go from here. They've kind of written themselves into a corner as far as their most recent storylines. So that's one of the ones that I'm most excited about reading every month, just to see where they're going with it. And lastly, but not leastly, we've got Trinity by Emanuela Lupacchino. She's the artist, and Cullen Bunn is the writer. Trinity is an uneven book.
What have we?
It has been alternatingly good and frustrating. They just got done with this big storyline involving Poison Ivy and Mongol and the Black Mercy. Anyone who's seen the Justice League episode, What Do You Get for the Man Who Has Everything, or read the comic of the same name, will know what the Black Mercy is. It's a plant that attaches itself to a person and gives them hallucinations of the thing that they want the most. But Trinity took it in a weird direction, added in a new Mercy, the White Mercy, and it was odd. I want to see where this book is going, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be actually paying attention to it. At this point, I'm really just reading it because Superman's in it. If you couldn't tell, I'm a bit of a Superman mark. Alright, and that is my comic book rundown of the day. God, there's a lot of Hydra around here. Did Archangel die? No, there he is. More to the character. Currently not reading anything Psylocke is in, but that's only because her new book hasn't come out yet. She is in one of the X-Men titles. I can't remember what the title of it is. I think it's Uncanny X-Men. She's going to be in there with Mystique and Rogue Phantom X, a few other fan favorite characters. Old Man Logan is going to be in it. Archangel, obviously. These days, you really can't go anywhere with Psylocke and not have Archangel following her. God, there's a lot of Hydra.
Initiate battle plan Bravo.
I wasted that. Alright, we're going to get to the Hydra outpost and we're going to call it a morning. Now, you know what? I might as well flip through the outpost and get to the next waypoint.
My mind has never been more clear. This was meant to be.
This place isn't all that big. But anyway, a little bit of history on the character. Psylocke is one of the only that I can think of transracial characters in comics. When she started out, she was Betsy Braddock, a British woman, sister of Captain Brian Braddock, the famous UK superhero Captain Britain. And she was a low-level psychic, had some interesting powers involving butterflies, telekinetic butterflies. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's comics. But through an event called the Siege Perilous, which was kind of a reboot of sorts of the X-Men titles before reboots were a thing.
Hail Immortal Hydra.
She got merged with a telekinetic ninja assassin named Quanon, and became Asian. So that is why you have a transracial character, because magic. Leave me alone. RMT. Ignore. Her powers are pretty interesting. She's a telekinetic and a telepath. She manifests her telekinesis through the creation of a psychic knife, which you can see right there, which is able to damage people's psyches. It's not a physical attack so much as it is a mental attack. I'm getting my ass kicked. The stealth, she's not working. Anyway, back to Psylocke's powers. Over the course of her history, she's kind of been a darker character. She's an assassin most times. But she's always been allied with, at least to my knowledge, allied with the Xavier kids. If there has been a time when she's been an enemy of the X-Men, please let me know. But as far as I'm aware of, she has always fallen strictly into the ally category. Alright, beating up Hydra goons.
What a pointless exercise.
Alright. Let's go fight Grim Reaper. Ooh, we got an upgrade. He looks sweet.
Today, perhaps you will dance with Death Reaper.
Get some butterflies in on this. Oh, he hits so hard. Did he already murk my shield soldiers? Wow. Okay, this guy doesn't mess around anymore. Oh, shit. Oh, if I just saved my frickin' butterflies for 2 more seconds. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Fight's over for you.
How does that feel, hero?
Son of a bastard. Okay, let's try this again. Butterflies!
I never surrender.
Fire at will! You will soon understand.
Sweet.
Our battle was glorious. While it lasted,
I probably
precisely
have
what I needed.
talents to spend. Oh, I've got tons of talents to spend. Alright, let's see what I got here. Ooh, Wi-Fi. We'll go with that one. Psychoblast. No. Okay, we'll go with that one. Alright, and with that, we're going to call it a morning. Thank you all for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And I will see you in the later times. Bye-bye.